Welcome back to Schaefer Park as we get you set for the third game of the WT Invitational, Day 2. It'll feature New Mexico Highlands against Eastern New Mexico. These two teams played last night in the Day 1 of the tournament. It was a win for Eastern New Mexico in a back-and-forth game. 6-4 was the final score of that contest. Today, Eastern New Mexico wins in its first game, outlasting Colorado Mesa by the score of 10-9. Second game featured WT, West Texas A&M, against Colorado Mesa, and it was an 11-3 run rule in the fifth inning victory for the Lady Buffs. Lucas Kinsey with you here on the broadcast. Thunder Vision production team providing the coverage, and we're glad to have you joining us here on the LSC Digital Network.
Leading off for Eastern New Mexico, center fielder number 7, Azalea. To
start things off for Eastern New Mexico, the talented center fielder Azalea Martinez will bat first. And we'll throw up that batting lineup for you here in just a second. Alondra Vasquez will bat second. Batting third will be Tegan Witzel, and in the cleanup spot, Ashley Nickerson. Pitching for New Mexico Highlands, we'll see number 28, Maya Milano. And there's that look at the batting lineup for Eastern New Mexico, team that's off to a great start on the 2023 campaign. 6-3 overall record for the Greyhounds. And to start this game, 1 ball, 1 strike here to number 7, Azalea Martinez. Pitch outside. The pitcher, Maya Milano, a sophomore, threw yesterday and did some good work for the Cowgirls, who come in with a 3-win, 2-loss record. Actually, now it's 3-3, as the Cowgirls dropped 2 yesterday. They dropped the loss against Eastern New Mexico, and then were defeated by West Texas A&M 7-0 in their second game of the tournament. 2-2 count. Martinez sends this ball into the Cowgirls' dugout. Foul ball. Again, the win earlier today for Eastern New Mexico, an exciting one where it was back and forth, offense all over the place, 7 home runs, 2 of those from Eastern New Mexico. And the Greyhounds just had strong offense mixed in with some good pitching from Brooke Ledger, and also from their original starter, Emma Sutherland. So they worked those 2 pitchers. And the pitchers both did good work in the circle. They also did good work offensively. Sutherland had a home run, and Brooke Ledger, as there's a strikeout against Eastern New Mexico. So good job there from Milano to set down Azalea Martinez. What I was going to mention is that Ledger had a great offensive game, getting 4 RBI in the contest. So a strikeout to start the game against Azalea Martinez. Give that one to Milano, and it brings up the number 2 hitter here, number 29 on the roster, Alondra Vasquez. Vasquez hitting 385 on the season, Good pitch, though, from Milano. Just freezes the batter as it's an inside corner strike. Oh, another strike from Milano. Working quickly. This one is hit hard. It's going to go off the left field fence. Vasquez will turn and will be safe with a stand-up double. First hit of the game goes to Alondra Vasquez in Eastern New Mexico. With one out, has a runner on second base.
Right fielder number 91, Tayan Witzel.
So next batter will be Tegan Witzel for Eastern New Mexico, 333 hitter. Talked a lot about her plate patience through this tournament. There's a look at Vasquez, the catcher for the Greyhounds, that just slapped that ball out into left field off the wall for the double. First pitch misses low to Witzel. Looking back at the game last night between these two teams, 6-4 win for Eastern New Mexico. And in that game, Azalea Martinez, 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. Ashley Nickerson also had a good game, hitting 2 for 4 against the Cowgirls. On the other side for New Mexico Highlands, it was Heaven Medina leading the way, 3 hits in 4 at-bats. Pitch from Milano just misses outside, and 3 straight balls to Tegan Witzel. For whatever reason, she has been tough to pitch to, no matter who the Greyhounds have played during this tournament. That one's in for a strike. And Witzel's going to call time and readjust the batting helmet. Game number 3 here at the WT Invitational. We'll play this one, and then one more will follow as we will see the Fort Lewis Skyhawks for the first time this weekend. They'll take on West Texas A&M. The ball chopped, foul. So the count runs full. Battling back Milano. Runner on second. Witzel watches it for strike 3. So Milano, 2 big strikeouts. She got Azalea Martinez to start the game off, and then comes back and strikes out Witzel.
First baseman number 25, Ashley Nickerson.
Inside pitch, good movement, and in for a strike as Milano faces the next batter for the Greyhounds, number 25, Ashley Nickerson. Again, Nickerson outstanding when the two teams played yesterday. 2 hits in 4 at-bats and RBI. On the season, Nickerson hitting .381, goes down to try to make contact with that ball, fouls it off. Ball hit hard out into left field. The runner will have to stay at third, but it's a nice single, the 2-out single for Ashley Nickerson. And that'll set it up nicely. Runners on the corners here for our next batter, number 26, Marissa Rodriguez. Rodriguez came on as a pinch hitter in the Greyhounds' first game today and delivered with an RBI. Base hit. First pitch missed, ball one. Good pitch from Milano in for called strike one. Count even at 1-1. Just starting here in this contest between Eastern New Mexico, the Cowgirls, and New Mexico Highlands. The Greyhounds and the Cowgirls, excuse me. 2 balls and 1 strike now to the batter, number 26, Marissa Rodriguez. She's from Buena Park, California, just a freshman. Milano tries to jam her inside, and the pitch is fouled off. This ball hit high in the air, trying to camp underneath in center field to make the catch. The Cowgirls do. They get out of the inning. Good job there defensively to strand those 2 runners on the corners. So no run score there for Eastern New Mexico in the inning. The Greyhounds get 2 hits. They also, no errors committed defensively by New Mexico Highlands. And so that ends the top of the first. We'll head back after this timeout with your New Mexico Highlands Cowgirls coming to the plate.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Back to Schaefer Park here at the WT Invitational. And no scores. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands. And the Cowgirls, the home team, so they bat second. And it will be Deani Lincoln. We'll look at the batting lineup for the Cowgirls as Lincoln steps in, number 11, the 5'2 sophomore from Hawaii, the Islands. Fouled off on the first pitch. Kauai is where she is from. Pitching for Eastern New Mexico. As this ball is hit out into right field, it's going to be a single for the Cowgirls. Good start for Deani Lincoln. In the circle for the Greyhounds is number 26, Marissa Rodriguez. And now we'll take a look at that lineup for New Mexico Highlands with their very bright white uniforms. The purple numerals. You see the order. Sibley up next, followed by Gamboa, Ramirez, Medina, Milano, Trinidad, Gonzalez, and batting ninth, Varela. Good strike down the pipe from Rodriguez. Showing bunt, runners going, got a chance to get her out, and they do. Good throw from the catcher, and Begay is able to make the tag. Catching Deani Lincoln, trying to steal second. And a big out for the Greyhounds. And credit the catcher for Eastern New Mexico, Mackenzie Shaw, the senior from Whittier, California. Getting the start behind the plate in this second game of the day for the Greyhounds. Ball slapped foul off the foot of Mickey Sibley, 5'2" sophomore second baseman from San Antonio, Texas. Fastball got up and away from Rodriguez there. Still in good shape here with the 2-ball, 2-strike count. One away in this bottom of the first inning. Oh, waiting on the off-speed pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. Nice work there offensively for Mickey Sibley. Giving chase was the left fielder, Mackenzie Patterson, and she nearly made a great catch, but couldn't come up with it. So another base runner for the Cowgirls.
Right fielder number 22, Samantha Gamboa.
With Samantha Gamboa set to come up next for Highlands. Close on that fastball. Couldn't quite catch the corner. Hard hit past the shortstop out into left field. So back-to-back singles for New Mexico Highlands. That one from Gamboa. And runners on first and second with just one out, with number 48, Ariana Ramirez, coming up next.
Number 48, Ariana Ramirez.
First time up to the plate for Ramirez. And a good pitch in there for a strike from Marissa Rodriguez. Highlands with 3 hits already in the contest. No runs to show for to this point. Pitch just missed there from Marissa Rodriguez, so the count evens at 1-1. The batter, Ariana Ramirez, a 5'3" senior out of Apple Valley, California. We've had Maple, Wisconsin, Apple Valley, California. Some sweet names here at this WT Invitational tournament. Again, just a little low on the pitch there from Rodriguez. So it's now a 3-1 count. And a chance for Highlands. If one more pitch is out of the zone, they're going to have the bases loaded. Nice comebacker there for Rodriguez, and the pitch fouled off. Last weekend, Eastern New Mexico went 3-2 on their opening weekend at the Lubbock Sports College Softball Classic. Then they split a doubleheader against Chadron State. So they came into this tournament with a 4-3 record. They picked up 2 wins. The Greyhounds have. One came against New Mexico Highlands yesterday, 6-4 win, and then today a 10-9 victory over a gritty Colorado Mesa team, which has lost 3 games already in this tournament. 2 of them, though, have been by only 1 run each. And that'll be a 4th ball, and will send Ramirez down to first base. The walk from the pitcher Rodriguez. Bases are loaded here for Heaven Medina.
Catcher number 10, Heaven Medina.
Greyhounds get a meeting at the circle from their head coach, Amanda Fiefel. The assistant coach on the team, Shanna Smith. Graduate assistant for Eastern New Mexico is Shayla Dominguez. Second season for head coach Amanda Fiefel. And the Greyhounds have a good roster, good talent on this team. They've got offense, some pretty good defense. Last game we saw solid pitching between Emma Sutherland and Brooke Ledger. Umpire's going to come out and say, wrap it up, ladies. Catcher Mackenzie Shaw comes out and signals out some instructions to her defense. Bases loaded, 1 out. Fastball was close, I guess a little high. Medina will watch that one in for a called strike. Medina's a sophomore out of Austin, Texas. Ball hit foul down the third base side. One away here in the bottom of the first inning, no score, but a great opportunity for New Mexico Highlands. Pitches outside, and so the count is 3-2, full to Heaven Medina. And right now Marissa Rodriguez has got to find a way to throw a strike. Does not want to walk a run across with the bases loaded right now. Medina slaps it down to first base. The throw to home in time. Did they get the double play? They did. Eastern New Mexico, wow, what an incredible defensive play with the ball line drive to the first baseman, and they go 3-2-3 double play. Greyhounds get out of trouble. No runs somehow for New Mexico Highlands, and we'll head to the top of the second, no score. Great action so far here from Schaefer Park on day 2 of the WT Invitational.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
New Mexico Highlands had the bases loaded. Great opportunity, only one out. And the inning ends with Medina grounding into a double play. First base making an outstanding play, Eastern New Mexico. With the ground ball being hit to first, they throw the runner out at home and get the double play, getting the batter out at first base. Good pitch from Milano in for a strike. She's ahead in the count 0-2 to Jokaira Paredes. Fastball gets up and away for the first ball, 1-2. This ball hit hard out into left field, giving chase. What a catch. Nice job by Varela, the left fielder, to make that play, Gabrielle Varela. First out of the inning. So two teams that definitely have some offense, but it's been the defense that has prevailed so far. Good plays being made both sides, and as a result, we stay scoreless. A little chin music inside there, brushing back the batter, Mackenzie Patterson. Ball just poked up into the air, and an easy play for number 11, Deani Lincoln, the shortstop, making the catch for out number 2. I want to go back to that great defensive play to end the bottom of the first inning for Eastern New Mexico. It was first baseman Ashley Nickerson that made that tremendous play. Mackenzie Shaw also with a great throw from the catcher spot. So with 2 away, Greyhounds pop this ball up, and it is foul. New batter, the catcher, just speaking of her, Mackenzie Shaw, the senior out of the state of California. It is a final over at Wilder Park. The Buffaloes dropped the second game in a row against Texas A&M Kingsville by the final of 9-3. Off-speed pitch that nearly got in for a strike. Couple of pitches getting away from Maya Milano, and so it's a 3-1 count to Mackenzie Shaw. Thought about it and maybe should have swung. It's a strike. Battling back, Milano finds the strike zone. That one will be ball 4. Eastern New Mexico has a runner on base. 2 outs. Can they get a rally going? As stepping up to the plate is number 18, Caitlin Cifuentes. Cifuentes jumps all over that pitch, but a little early on her swing, so it's going to foul off out into the home team bullpen. Talking to you about what was happening over at Wilder Park. We'll look at the Lone Star Conference softball scores. End of, actually they're headed to the 8th inning, and Western New Mexico on the road against Colorado State Pueblo. It's 4-4, all tied. Runner is going to get on to second base there with the pass ball. So the Greyhounds now have a runner on second with 2 outs. Lubbock Christian, a winner easily today, 8-0. They defeat Chadron State. UT Tyler wins by the same score, 8-0 over Western Oregon. UT Permian Basin, a winner today over Minot State, 3-2. And that's all the softball finals we have for you. Count 2-1 to number 18, Caitlin Cifuentes. Milano shifts that glove to the side, brings it back. Ball hit hard and past the shortstop. They're going to send the runner. Nope, she'll stay at third. So a good base hit. Runners on the corners. They are trying to make something here with 2 outs.
Center fielder number 7, Azalea Martinez.
And now Eastern New Mexico has made it back to the top of the order with Azalea Martinez up to the plate. 0 for 1 today, but a dangerous hitter. She takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Good pitch from Milano, swing and a miss for strike 1 against Azalea Martinez, who is, again, off to an unbelievable start. 441, a slugging percentage of .853. She's already got 15 hits, 12 RBI, 6 doubles, a couple of home runs. Ball hit to third base. Good stop. The throw a little high, but they are able to get the catch over on first base. So the Cowgirls get out of the inning. And we've had a lot of things going on offensively, but no runs to this point as we're tied heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cowgirls up to bat when we come back here from Schaefer Park after these messages.
And get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered and find out about our price matching online today.
Temperature at 60 degrees. You see the flag blowing a little bit there. 15 miles per hour is what we have the winds at right now at Schaefer Park here in Canyon, Texas. Game number 3 between Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands. Cowgirls against the Greyhounds. Nobody scored yet. Mexico Highlands will bring up to bat first the pitcher, number 28, Maya Milano. Actually, we're going to have a substitution here. No, it is Milano, excuse me. First at-bat today for Milano. Fastball in for a strike. Good pitch. Good stuff there from Marissa Rodriguez. Getting her first chance this weekend in the circle. Ball hit up in the air. Should be an easy play there as Big A drifts over. Uh-oh. Lost track of it, and it's going to be an error. There'll be a runner on base here. Milano will reach first off of the miscue there by the Greyhounds defense. Look at the replay. Apologize, we're having a few glitches here with the cameras. We'll work on that though, and right now working with a runner on first base is New Mexico Highlands. Next up, offensively, we'll see Alessandra De La Trinidad, 5'4" sophomore out of Imperial, California. Good eye there, watches the ball drift up for ball 1. Good swing, but just a little late, so the pitch fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Good pitch. Oh! Marissa Rodriguez thought she had a strike. I thought she had a strike, maybe a little low. So the count runs 2-2. Oh, swinging. That ball was fouled off of the leg, and De La Trinidad down in some pain. That did not look good. Slow to get up as she fouled it off. Oof. She's going to walk it off. Our head coach Ashley Forshey comes over, and some toughness shown there by De La Trinidad. She'll stay in. And the count will still be here 2-2. No outs, the runner on first base is Milano, and the pitch on the outside corner, Rodriguez kind of shaking her head, nodding, saying, yep, I just missed that one. So it runs full, 3-2. De La Trinidad takes a good hack, but the pitch is fouled off down the first base side. Look at this New Mexico Highlands team, 3 wins, 3 losses in 2023, but already looking improved. This ball fouled and into the glove of the catcher. Wow, the catchers from the Greyhounds making good plays today. This time it's Mackenzie Shaw. You remember from game 1 today for Eastern New Mexico in a win for them over Colorado Mesa. It was catcher Alondra Vasquez that made the last out of the game was a pop-up that the catcher made a nice play on. So there's one away. Milano over at first base. And the next batter up is number 8, Carly Gonzalez. A little early on the swing. Nice off-speed pitch. Good stuff from Rodriguez. Ooh, that pitch just misses outside. So it goes 1-2. Check swing, and it's chopped foul. So Carly Gonzalez, the senior out of Rocklin, California, will stay in the box. Each team 3 hits. No runs to show, though, for either side. 4 runners have been stranded by Eastern New Mexico already. 2 runners stranded by the Cowgirls. This ball gonna be close. Good hustle. Runner safe. Wow, great determination there from Carly Gonzalez. You know, not a heavy swing there. Ball just lightly tapped in front, but it was a tough play for anybody to get to. And she just gritted it out. Got down there to first base just in time before the throw got there. And she reaches first. Runners on first and second with Gabrielle Varela up next. Good pitch from Rodriguez, in for a strike. This one a chance for a double play ball to the third baseman. 1 out. And make it a double play. Good job by Eastern New Mexico. Over at third base, Cifuentes makes the stop, steps on the bag, and then throws the runner out at first base. So the Greyhounds get out of trouble again. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error in the inning by the Greyhounds. And we'll head to the third inning with the scores zeros for each team. We're back after this timeout here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
some good music out here at Schaefer Park playing. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Right now, not much fireworks offensively for the two teams. It's been defense that has gotten each team out of some trouble where there's been runners left on base, 4 runners left on base by Eastern, 3 runners left stranded by New Mexico Highlands. Nobody scored. 3 hits for the Greyhounds, 4 hits for the Cowgirls. And the first pitch to Alondra Vasquez, the designated hitter here in this game, is up and in for ball 1. Nice pitch from Maya Milano in for strike. Through 2 innings of work, Milano has allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, has walked just 1 batter, has struck out 2, and her pitch count is now at 48. This ball from Vasquez will be taken in by the right fielder. Good play by Samantha Gamboa. Makes the first out in the inning. We appreciate everyone watching in today here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Lucas Kinsey, along with our Thunder Vision production team, your director for this one, Kaysen Johnson. And we'll have this game for you. One more after this one is WT, West Texas A&M Lady Buffs will take on Fort Lewis College. Tomorrow, 3 games coming your way. Next up for the Greyhounds, this is Tegan Witzel, 0 for 1 today on the season, a .312 hitter. The lefty smashes this one out into right center for a base hit, single for Witzel. And a chance for the Greyhounds to do some work with Ashley Nickerson up next. And she's a .409 hitter. The first 4 hitters for Eastern with averages of .429, .393, .353, and .409. Pitch up and in. To Ashley Nickerson today, 1 for 1. A single in the first inning for Nickerson. The 2-0 delivery from Milano. Up in the air, second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. Nicely done by Mickey Sibley. And there are 2 away.
Pitcher number 26, Melissa Rodriguez.
Next batter here is number 26, pitcher Marissa Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a talented player, just a freshman. Always impressive in the game of softball when you are not only throwing but in the lineup as a hitter. Pitch from Milano just missed outside and low. So 2-0 the count. 2 outs in the inning. Top of the third here from Schaefer Park. That is a strike. Good pitch from Maya Milano. This one hammered out into center field. Skips, hits the wall. Runner Witzel will stay at third. It's a stand-up double. Absolute crush there from Marissa Rodriguez.
Second baseman number 4, Jokira.
And here we are again with a chance for a run. 2-out double there by Rodriguez. And it brings up next for Eastern New Mexico, Jokira Paradis. Paredes watches the first one for ball 1. Milano checks the wristband, and here we go. In for a strike. Both pitchers have done a good job being able to come back. Really haven't had too many situations where you feel like they lose control in terms of throwing good pitches, throwing strikes, and getting the ball in play for their defense. This pitch hit through. It's going to be a run for the Greyhounds. Witzel will cross home plate, and we have our first run of the game with 2 outs. Runners on the corners now, and it's a nice 2-out rally going here for Eastern New Mexico. First run of this game, 1-0. And now New Mexico Highlands will have a meeting in the circle defensively. I'll welcome in to the broadcast Cedric Knowlton, who has been doing all kinds of stuff this weekend for West Texas A&M. Cedric, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself and let the fans kind of know what you do, which is a lot here at West Texas A&M.
A little too much. I'm joking. Yeah, my name is Cedric Knowlton, Ced for short. I'm the Associate Athletic Director here for Marketing and Fan Engagement. Also the on-campus liaison for recruitment to help student-athletes come here to WT. And I'm also this year the admin for – that's out. Okay. For softball here. So
okay, great introduction there. We're going to keep Cedric on the mic here. We'll come back after that third out. A 1-run lead for Eastern New Mexico. They collect that 1 run off of 3 hits. No errors defensively for the Cowgirls. We're back after this quick timeout from Schaefer Park.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park, West Texas A&M, the home campus here of the WT Invitational. And game number 3 today, featuring Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands, a 1-0 lead for the Greyhounds as they're able to get one through in the last inning. An RBI from Paredes as she knocks in Witzel to score the run. Lucas Kinsey alongside Cedric Knowlton, the Thunder Vision production team, bringing you the broadcasts, all the broadcasts throughout the weekend to start the inning off here for New Mexico Highlands. We're going to see number 11, leadoff hitter Deani Lincoln, and she'll foul that pitch off. So, Cedric, you talk about one of the jobs that you do, obviously, is the fan engagement, and we talked about this last year. There's a lot of fan engagement at softball games at Schaefer Park. It's been a lot of fun already with these games.
Yeah, very much, especially this crowd. Softball is the most engaging crowd. You can have fun with them. Last year we did some hula hoop contests with the parents and fans, and they were happy to do it. So one of the great fans that kind of makes my job easier engaging this crowd.
It has a fun vibe. I mean, I would say that, I cover the volleyball games, and the Lady Buff volleyball team is and you get it from the opposing teams as well. Timeouts, you get teams dancing, and there's a pitch fouled off by Lincoln. Softball has a similar feel to it. I mean, teams dancing, teams chanting, good showmanship. I mean, not anything that's obviously across that you would say is unsportsmanlike, but it's just a lot of fun, and that does bleed over into, as you said, the fans.
Yes, when the teams can have fun, the players can kind of get into it too as well. For example, like I feel like people come here, they're comfortable. Like they have a nice dugout, and when they're comfortable, they can have a good time, and the fans get into it, players get into it, and so the fans. So Schaefer Park is one of the easier places to do my job, engagement-wise, and getting people involved.
Count is 0-2 here to Deani Lincoln. Did she go around? Yes, she did. So it's a strikeout for Marissa Rodriguez in Eastern New Mexico with some momentum, leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. We always know in athletics, Cedric, you monitor and adjust, and that's kind of what this weekend has been with the tournament.
Yes.
Some games were canceled. Obviously, Texas A&M Kingsville kind of backing out of the tournament last minute, but I feel like everybody has kind of done a good job, made the adjustments, and still trying to put on a good showing, a good tournament this weekend.
Yes. Uh-oh.
This ball gets over the head of Witzel, so it's going to be Mickey Sibley that is going to round second base, scooting into third with a triple, a one-out triple there for Sibley. And a good start there. Cedric, I changed the subject real quick. I know you like speed, okay? I mean, you were a fast player, probably still fast, even well out of your playing days. But we've seen a lot of players out here run these base paths.
Yes.
These girls can fly.
Effortlessly. I'm a speed guy, I feel like you got to hit the long ball, but you also got to, run like you hit a long ball. So,
yeah.
Speed kills sometimes, and I mean that was an easy triple right there. I think she didn't have to slide either, but
and this is going to be a base hit that will score a run. Samantha Gamboa crushes that one out into center field, and we're tied 1-1. So the bats have come alive here for New Mexico Highlands. Yeah, it's a game that I enjoy watching, enjoy broadcasting, Cedric, with these softball players, because if you don't follow the sport closely, you're thinking softball and you're thinking, well, it's hitting and pitching, but it's a lot more than that.
Yes, a lot of, and I really got more involved with it probably about back in 2012 and 13.
Okay.
Started catching and following up more, and to me it seemed like it's a chess match. You know what I mean? I feel like, no offense to baseball, I think baseball's more, hitting and swinging and pitching.
Sure.
But softball, I think, is a lot more of a chess match than people give it credit for. So
small ball, moving the runners.
Moving runners around, playing pickleball a little more than often. So, to me, I think Coach Mook does a good job putting people in tough situations and capitalizing on the situations sometimes.
Here's Ariana Ramirez, number 48. She's going to swing on the first pitch. Shortstop Begay goes out and makes the catch for the second out. Runner will hold over at first base. And so there's two away with Marissa Rodriguez in the circle. Now, going back to pitching and catching, though, does it not look like what these ladies do in the circle? It's got to be one of the toughest things to throw.
To me.
Not just the fastball, but the off-speed stuff.
And at first, you would think it's easier, but I've tried myself to do some underhand stuff, and my goodness.
What did that come out like, Cedric?
It came out looking like a undercooked meatloaf, I would say that.
There's a throw and an out at second base. Goodness. A hose to get the runner, Samantha Gamboa, caught trying to steal second, and the out for Eastern New Mexico. So one run comes across for New Mexico Highlands. They get one run off of 2 hits, no errors defensively. And we'll head to the top of the fourth inning, tied 1-1. We'll come right back with more softball from Schaefer Park after these messages.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Well, we're tied up 1-1, each team with 6 hits in this game. And the offense coming in the third inning as we head to the top of the fourth. Eastern New Mexico up to bat. And it's 1-1 with the Greyhounds and the Cowgirls. Lucas Kinsey with you here from Schaefer Park. Cedric Knowlton of WT Athletic Staff joining me. And we'll have Maya Milano in the circle. We'll work against the catcher for the Greyhounds, number 11, Mackenzie Shaw. First pitch from Milano, and it's in for a strike. Off speed, in for a nice pitch. That's what we were just talking about, Cedric, was the way that these pitchers have good movement. The strikes, the strikeouts, which yesterday for West Texas A&M, Heidi Vortherm's starting pitcher, broke her career record. 14 strikeouts and a win for the Lady Buffs. And we talked about this, Cedric. This is probably, you're in charge of the fan engagement and the sponsorships. So the T-shirts get thrown out for every strikeout. That was a lot of T-shirts.
Yeah, Scarborough Specialty Strikeout. We throw a T-shirt out, and I packed my box for 20 shirts that day, and kind of got scared when she got to 12. I'm like, we're not gonna make it. So, she's costing us some T-shirts, but it's all for the game.
Yeah, Heidi, a special player, just a sophomore, and we've seen a lot of good pitching throughout this tournament. Right now, Milano in the circle for the Cowgirls. Is that going to be hit by pitch? You know, it's interesting. You see these calls, sometimes the batters will just dip in a little bit, and the umpires sometimes will say, no, that was you meant to do that one. You took that one intentionally, but that's not the case there. The batter hit by pitch moves down to first base, and for the Greyhounds it brings up next number 18, Caitlin Cifuentes.
Yeah, I think that call is almost like a charge in basketball. It's kind of one of those subjective calls where it's up to the discretion of umpire, and of course when it's against your team you think it's always hit, right. But like a charge, it's the same thing. One of those, if it's against you, you're mad about it, but
50-50 call, huh? That pitch missed for a ball as Cifuentes showed bunt. Junior out of San Bernardino, California. And that one will drift foul. The other thing I've noticed, Cedric, and I talked to Kent Johnson a little bit about this last night, is, these teams, RMAC and Lone Star Conference, but the rosters are filled with players all over the country. And so softball is a sport where they're playing everywhere.
Man, like you will see people as far as, Wyoming, California. I've seen some Maine, Massachusetts. It's crazy how, you look at a Lone Star Conference, a football roster, you see predominantly, Texas. But like a softball, they're everywhere. I mean, it's all across not even U.S., but the globe.
You're right. Yeah, Eastern Mexico with players from Dominican Republic. For New Mexico Highlands, they have players from Hawaii, also a couple of players from Italy, including the lady in the circle right now, young lady Maya Milano. You ever been to Italy, Cedric?
I've been there once on a game, on a game console. I want to say it was like a James Bond game, 007. Yeah, one of the campaigns out in Italy.
Okay. There's a pitch that is on the outside corner, called ball 3, so the count runs full here to Cifuentes, and she'll hang in there. No outs, runner on first, all tied 1-1 here in the top of the fourth inning, game number 3 on day 2 of the WT Invitational. Oh, Milano freezes the batter, and a strikeout. We see celebrations sometimes off the home runs. I think pitchers should have celebrations too, Cedric.
Walkout song celebrations, they always say the pitcher's being cocky, but you hit a home run, they're jumping a little bit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like pitchers need a little more freedom to kind of live a little bit out there. So
for Milano, that was her third strikeout of the game. Has only allowed one earned run in facing. This will be her 18th batter to face, 68 pitches. This is Azalea Martinez. Now, yesterday, Cedric, Azalea hit the only home run of the entire 3 games. What did we say today when we got here? There's probably going to be some more home runs hit.
Some bombs.
And there were a total of 7 home runs hit in just the first game. Double play chance. They get the runner at second, but Martinez is able to make it to first. So combination of obviously the wind blowing out today, but also you think maybe players getting more comfortable on day 2?
Yeah, more comfortable day 2, get the jitters out. Also a little warmer as well, so their muscles aren't frozen as much today, so maybe they can move a little bit and bring the power.
Yeah, last night when we left after that last game, it was biting. When wind was blowing, it was temperatures were dipping down close into the 20s.
Yeah,
so.
and that's why we made the call to go ahead and just postpone that game, that last game to Sunday it's not only for fan safety, but if you look at them, and they're not dressed for winter.
Right.
So that exposed hand outside the glove, and got to make sure no one leaves home with any frostbite or leaves here with any frostbite. So
next batter here is Alondra Vasquez, 5'8" junior from Santiago, Dominican Republic. 2 balls, no strikes so far with 2 outs. Milano trying to get out of the inning. Yeah, we talked about canceling that last game. So Fort Lewis College, they're excited. They're going to play their first game following this one. They'll take on the Lady Buffs of West Texas A&M. That ball is high, but the Skyhawks, unfortunately, have been sitting around. They haven't been able to play yet.
Yeah, they had 2 games scheduled with Kingsville, and when Kingsville pulled out, that kind of put them in a bind, only playing 3 games. And they, one of those sports where I've never seen coaches so understanding ever other than softball. They were saying, oh, man, we understand. Not your fault.
Yeah, a lot of times that doesn't happen in
other
sports,
at all. So, the softball community itself, it's a competitive community, but they understand each other. They'll celebrate with each other, and they're understanding. So, even the girls walking to the restroom, hi, and, they're all friendly and stuff like that. And even the Eastern girls, and, I didn't think that would happen with the rivalry going on.
You're exactly right. There's a walk drawn for Alondra Vasquez. Yeah, speaking of that rivalry, let's talk just a little bit about that. So Thursday night over in Portales, Eastern New Mexico takes 1 of 2. The men win in basketball, but the Lady Buffs dropped 1 there. And Kent Johnson went down to watch that game. He sent me a picture, and he said, Lucas, they've got the wagon wheel out front and center here at the basketball game, just showing it off. So football, we have the rivalry with Eastern New Mexico. The winner gets to take the wagon wheel and claim it for as long as you continue to win. This next year, it's going to be a lot of fun, Cedric. We've got new head coach Josh Lynn on the football side for WT. Here's a pitch that is hit back to the pitcher. We'll keep it here, Case, and we'll keep a conversation going here with Cedric as the third out is made. So the wagon wheel is in Portales, but you've got new head coach Josh Lynn, who spent time at Eastern New Mexico. Now he's coaching the Buffaloes. Also, Eastern New Mexico, they lost their head football coach, who he moved on for an offensive coordinator position elsewhere. And who do they hire? Their old coach, Kelly Lee.
Yep, Coach Lee.
This rivalry, man, it's going to be intense next year.
It is. It's like each team starting over from scratch. So it's going to be interesting to see who can take that win and start long. When I played from 05 to 09, I had the wheel for 5 years.
There you go.
So
stayed in Texas.
Yes, I'm proud of that. But you're right. That's a game that it's a rivalry, and I feel like if you don't take that game seriously, the other team will.
Yeah.
And I think they made that point be clear with the new administration with Coach Lynn. They said, "Hey, this is a rivalry. We got to take care of this game." And they're making some modifications to make sure that put a lot of emphasis on that game and also the UTPB game. That's A&M versus UT. That's maroon versus orange. So they're going to push that, and every game's important, but you got to take care of those ones that that you can brag about a little bit more. So
well, and I've learned this over the years in covering the different sports. Eastern New Mexico, West Texas A&M, it's not just in football. It is every sport, and the Greyhounds and the Buffaloes, No matter who has the advantage, you really can a lot of times throw out the records because when the two teams play, it's intense.
Yes, all records off the table. I remember in 2008, they weren't even ranked, and we were ranked number 8 in the nation.
In football,
yeah, football. We're going back and forth, so it's a battle like no other. I feel like one of the best rivalries in Division II football, and all sports as well.
One ball, no strikes. As we see Marissa Rodriguez in the circle, facing number 10, Heaven Medina, sophomore out of Austin. Hits this pitch hard but foul. 1-1 count. Medina today in one at bat is 0 for 1. That pitch nearly gets in there for a strike, but just a little outside, so 2 balls, 1 strike. A lot of action going on this week in the baseball series with Kingsville behind us over at Wilder Park, and the Javelinas have taken the first 2 from the Buffs. There's a pitch, again, just outside. Count runs to 3-1. Okay, score now 3-2. West Texas A&M leads by 1. And a 3-run home run there from Adam Becker is the word that we just got in. So the Buffaloes needing that game, and hopefully they can get it against Texas A&M Kingsville. This pitch fouled off, so the count runs full, 3-2. The other thing with softball, Cedric, is you get some pretty cool uniform combinations, right? You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I love seeing it. I love seeing the
swag, right?
I'm a look good, play good type person, so I always about how I look and seeing more combinations. I'm excited for it. Some of the people say, "Oh, it's all about tradition," and this new wave loves how they look. Look good, play good. So if you can throw on some different combinations, different colors, I enjoy. I like seeing it.
Well, and another thing too that I think is not you can't sell it short is. Players love that stuff. I mean,
yes.
When you say, hey, you're coming to play for our team and we've got all these different uniforms, there's a strikeout from Marissa Rodriguez, freezing the batter. You go back, 15, 20 years ago and look at the Oregon Ducks.
Mm-hmm. They started it.
They did.
Oregon Ducks, they're like, what are they wearing? They started it. They started this wave of new uniform combinations, and people are really jumping on board. And I will say this little tease, be expecting to see a team on WT campus sporting some, new threads.
Okay.
Keep it at that.
Okay.
Let the fans speculate what I'm talking about.
This pitch hit high up in the air, and the center fielder coming all the way up to make that catch. Nice play out in the outfield from Azalea Rodriguez there. Martinez, to make the catch for out number 2. As Milano is retired. Well, the home runs are contagious, apparently not just here at Schaefer Park, but rubbing off over at Wilder Park. Another 2-run home run for the Buffaloes from Finning, and WT again trying to take a game. They're trailing the series 2-1, but leading right now. Oh gosh, the bottom of the first, 5-2. Great start.
Hope we can keep this up. They got us the first 2 games, and I said Kingswood came out here mad. They got swept down in St. Ed, so. They're coming back with vengeance, so we have to raise our intensity and try to raise the bat as well.
New Mexico Highlands will change up the offense here. They'll go with number 13, Megan Gutierrez. She'll pinch hit in the spot here for De La Trinidad. 2 outs, score tied 1-1. between Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands. The two teams played yesterday. It was a 6-4 win for Eastern New Mexico. This pitch hit lightly, and it's just foul. One ball, one strike. Here to Gutierrez. So, Cedric, if you were batting, what technique would you have? Just swing for the fences? Would you try to bunt using your speed, or would you be a slap hitter?
Well, when I played my freshman year, I was fortunate to play varsity because I used my speed, and I was trying to be like Babe Ruth.
Okay, that's a good comparison. This ball is fair, and it's going to be a single for the pinch hitter, Gutierrez. That's not the comp I was expecting, but yeah, you were
I tried,
the great Bambino.
I tried to be one.
Okay.
And then the coach told me, hey, son, you're not that guy. And so started practicing my bunting, quick hits, and got on base and ended up being honorable mention that year. So I realized that I wasn't a hitter. I'm just a guy to get on base. So
okay. In the field, what position?
I was right field.
There you go.
Right field and center field. Played my freshman year, and then I moved to a bigger school and
realized you had a future in football.
Yeah, football and basketball. So
Next batter up for New Mexico Highlands is going to be number 8, Carly Gonzalez, 5'8" senior from Rockland, California. And Gonzalez today, 1 for 1 with a single back in the second inning. She's got an opportunity here. They do have 2 outs, but a runner on first base, Gutierrez. Pitch from Rodriguez, misses high, evens the count at 1-1. Pitch count now for Marissa Rodriguez. She's up to 58 pitches. Has allowed 7 hits, but just 1 earned run. Each team just 1 run to show. This ball smoked up into the air. Back to the warning track, making the catch for out number 3 was Azalea Martinez. So that'll take us to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 1-1 is your score between Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands. Back with more softball after this timeout on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Score 1-1 in a close one here between Eastern New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands. As the Greyhounds and Cowgirls do battle, we'll have a pitching change, looks like, as number 48, Ariana Ramirez, will come in for the Cowgirls. Saw her pitch yesterday. Milano finishes with 4 innings work, allowing 6 hits, 1 earned run. She walked 2 batters and struck out 3. For the Greyhounds, they bring up to bat first here in the top of the 5th inning, Ashley Nickerson. So umpire goes over and makes the changes, and it's part of the game we're talking about, Cedric, with the strategy is when do you pull pitchers, when do you have, and there's the other situation where you can have a pitcher come out of the game and still come back in.
Yeah, that's the part I still haven't quite understand yet. Hopefully I can get one of the rule book and see when that can happen, how many times that can happen. But it's interesting because you can always do something different. So as a coach,
had a Umpires have done a really nice job through the first 2 days here in the tournament, and that's the other thing you talk about with the temperatures is the umpires. They're not moving around as much. They've got to stay warm out there. So early spring weather, or late winter, I guess you could say, here in February. The softball players, these will start getting closer into track and field, but these athletes are tough playing out in some of the cooler temperatures.
Yes.
It's one of the things you enjoy, or I enjoy, about the difference between college and high school soccer is that when we play soccer in college is earlier when it's warmer. First pitch is up and high for ball 1.
And Texas this year almost voted that back to the spring, or back to the fall.
For UIL?
But Texas high school football, nothing will come in the way of that. And so I think soccer took the back seat to that.
That's a pitch in for called strike. You would have thought they could have said, hey, we'll play the games on Thursday or Saturday. We won't cut into Friday, but still.
Hey, JV nights are just as important.
There you go.
Plus the shortage of referees, too, this year. A lot of games been played on Thursdays and Saturdays, and so.
Nickerson watches that pitch miss just by a hair. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the top of the 5th inning in what has been low-scoring game. We've had a little bit of everything. The first 2 games today were high-scoring, 10 runs, 10-9, so 19 runs scored in game 1. Lady Buffs are able to take care of business in the second game today over Colorado Mesa. 11-3 was the final in that one. And here in game 3, just 1 run each for the Greyhounds, and the Cowgirls came in the 3rd inning for both teams. Good pitch in for strike 2. You get to hear, Cedric, when you're out there working, the unique chants and cheers. How much practice do you think comes into play there for the softball chants?
I mean, I think they've been doing that since they were younger, so it's almost natural
to
kind of get them going.
Getting going. This ball is going, and it is gone. Home run over the left field fence, crushed for the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. Give that one to Ashley Nickerson as her teammates come out and celebrate. Greyhounds celebrate, taking a 2-1 lead. That's the other thing that I've noticed, especially today, Cedric, is how quickly the momentum can change off one swing.
Man, it can change the game. Football, you can score a touchdown, and momentum hasn't completely swung. Interception, no, but you got 3 people on base, you hit you hit a home run, and bam, the game's a totally different game. So it's a game of, few mistakes and capitalizing.
Marissa Rodriguez, the pitcher for the Greyhounds, who's done a nice job in the circle today. She's up to bat. Offensively, 1 for 2 today with a double. Back in the 3rd inning. Rodriguez, a freshman, and hitting .333. For Ashley Nickerson, after that home run, she's now 2 for 3 today, and the top half of this batting lineup for Eastern New Mexico is just dangerous. Off-speed pitch down for ball 2. One-run lead here for the Greyhounds. Pitch fouled off.
I have a fear when I drive down WTMU Drive right behind Schaefer Park.
Yeah.
That I'm going to get hit by a softball one of these days. So that's my biggest fear when I drive on campus.
We've seen a few players over the last 2 days that have the power to do that. Oh, look at that lollipop changeup that appeared to be right down the middle. New Mexico Highlands. Some credit to Ariana Ramirez for not showing too much emotion after that call not going her way. Instead of a strikeout, it is a full count, 3-2. to Marissa Rodriguez, and that pitch missed outside.
We're the safest college town in Texas, but we can't save you from a softball hitting your windshield.
That is true.
Down WTMU Drive.
There's a good disclaimer there, Cedric. Up next for the Greyhounds, we'll see number 4, Jokara Paredes. Paredes, the senior out of Tucson, Arizona. Love the name of her high school, Cedric. Sunnyside High School.
Let me Google their mascot real quick.
Yes, please do. Which in Arizona, I'm sure there's a lot of different names that have to do with heat and sun. One of the hottest places, but always enjoy when I've gone to Arizona, to Tucson or Phoenix. Head coach will come over here and see if we're going to have a change. It will be. It'll be a pinch runner for Eastern New Mexico. Sunnyside High School?
Yeah, home of the Fighting Blue Devils.
Okay.
So you're Sunny Blue Devils, I guess. I think the Smiley Faces would have been like a better name for that school. There's several schools in the area of Texas I have a little trouble with, like Greenville.
Okay.
Greenville's color is red. Like, if you're named Greenville, why is your school colors red?
Right. Oh, the runner is safe at second base. Good hustle to get over to second. That was the pinch runner, Barunda, that came in to run for Rodriguez. Good call by the Greyhound coaching staff. And runners are at first and second. No outs. We'll have a conversation here as the interim head coach, Ashley Forshee, will come out and meet with her team, see if there's going to be a change. And Cedric, we were talking about this. Ashley Forshee takes over here at the beginning of the season, and last year she was playing on the team, so very young for her first opportunity, but she's gotten the team off to a good start. They're 3-2. They defeated 2 Lone Star Conference teams last weekend in UTPB and Western New Mexico, so a good chance, a good shot for her and her young, very young coaching
And that's
career.
impressive. Like, normally you get the feeling of still being a player.
Yeah.
And trying to coach people who you once played for.
That's tough.
Having that maturity to raise your level to now from a player to a coach, that took a lot on her. So, I mean, kudos to her, what she's doing, and probably on the bright young coaches we're going to see in the future do some big things.
This is a bunt back to the pitcher, and with a hesitation, everybody is safe. You saw Ariana Ramirez wanting to throw it back to second base. Nobody was on the bag. Then by the time she looked over to first, it was too late. And Mackenzie Patterson was safe at first base. Bases are loaded. No outs. And an excellent opportunity now for the catcher, Mackenzie Shaw, who today is hitless, walk, and hit by pitch. So with the bases loaded, Cedric, no outs. This is one where if you were up, you'd be probably pointing that bat out to which area?
I'm going to think right to Walter Windler's president's house over there. So
okay.
I'm going for his driveway.
Left field.
Left field.
Count 0-1. Ramirez pitches to Shaw. Swing and a miss. And these are the situations, if you're a pitcher, where it takes some mental toughness. You got no outs. The bases are loaded. Things are not going your way. And the Cowgirls are going to ask Ariana Ramirez to really buckle down and throw some strikes. A little conversation here between head coach Forshee head coach Amanda Fiefel of Eastern New Mexico and her batter, Mackenzie Shaw. The 0-2 pitch. Foul back. Good hustle by the Cowgirls catcher. Carly Gonzalez, but you can't come up with that one. Ramirez has not been able to get those corner calls. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And she got that one, a big pitch, strikeout for Ramirez as she sets down Mackenzie Shaw. And one of the things, Cedric, that's impressive in game is you see the communication between players, even in between batters like that one there. Mackenzie Shaw strikes out, but before she goes to the dugout, unselfishly stops, talks to the next batter, her teammate, gives her some instructions.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that in football much. If you have a quarterback throw 3 picks, he's not talking to his backup. He's throwing the headset. So again, a softball, different sport of teamwork and communication, and I feel like it's like basketball. You shoot 5 air balls, you're not telling the next person, "Hey, this is how you shoot this air."
Right.
It's 3. So,
well, and it's a culture thing. I mean, it's obviously something that coaches work at getting, but in the game of softball, baseball, it is so mental in terms of being able to come back. You just struck out. Well, what do you do next time? I mean, it's a thinking game. 1-1 pitch. Came out wrong off of the hand of Ramirez, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Thinking and short memory span.
Oh, yeah.
One of those things. You could throw a...
Well, because it takes a while before you're going to have another chance, at least offensively.
Yes.
The 2-1 delivery, low, good scoop by the catcher. Again, with the bases loaded, and the Greyhounds would love to get some more runs home. Leading 2-1. There's a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. So the count is full, and now Ramirez still having to throw strikes, having to battle, facing number 18, Caitlin Cifuentes. And that will walk in a run. Ball 4 leads to the Greyhounds scoring their 3rd run of the inning.
Now, what do you think, which one's more pressure? Full count for a pitcher, for a batter? What are you thinking?
I think it's the pitcher, Cedric. It depends on the game situation, but I think there's an expectation that, hey, I mean, you can't walk in runs versus the offensive player. Just you see that more often with strikeouts, but pressure either way. And now you got to bounce back if you're Ramirez. You've walked in a run. There's only 1 out, and you got to find a way to throw some strikes. You see it in softball too. The depth of pitching staff it plays a huge factor because if one pitcher gets in trouble and you start bringing in your backup or your next pitcher, at some point, I mean, you're only carrying so many on the roster. So we saw that in the Colorado Mesa game against Eastern New Mexico. Colorado Mesa used all 4 pitchers. Right now, Eastern New Mexico has scored 2 runs in this inning. They lead 3-1. Late swing and a foul tip there. Foul off from number 7, Azalea Martinez. I have to nominate her for the All-LSC name team, like that, Azalea Martinez.
How do you spell that?
A-Z-A-E. Excuse me, A-Z-A-L-E-A, Martinez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hanging in there, Azalea is. Her offensive numbers, pretty awesome so far this year. .417 hitter, 15 hits, 12 RBI, and 2 home runs. One of those came yesterday. Close, but just inside. And so now Ramirez is in the same spot she just faced. Full count. Bases loaded. 1 out. Facing A very talented hitter in Martinez. Martinez! Azalea sends this one out of the park. What do you think about that one, Sid?
That was out there. I mean, I lost it at some point.
That's a grand salami. That's what you were talking about with Babe Ruth.
That is. I mean, I tried to do that a lot when I was in high school and wasn't too successful at it.
Azalea Martinez, second home run this weekend. This time, here's the replay. She sends this one out of the park, and all of a sudden, the Greyhounds now lead 7-1.
The DP number 29, Alondra Vasquez.
All right, this next pitch is in, they call that one a ball. It is to number 29, Alondra Vasquez. And for a strike. First one was a strike, so it's 0-2. And appreciate Cedric Knowlton stopping by to chat. He's going to get back to work, and this will be a foul tip. Staying alive in the boxes, Vasquez. What a hit that was from Martinez. A 1-1 game going into this inning. 6 runs have been scored. And all of a sudden, the other thing, Eastern New Mexico is a couple of runs away from pushing this to potential run rule situation. Martinez's pitch is low and inside. Count runs to 2-2. Nice pitch and a strikeout there for New Mexico Highlands. Second out in the inning.
Right fielder number 91, Tegan Witzel.
So it brings up Tegan Witzel. Ariana Ramirez, that was her first strikeout of this game. She's faced 7 batters, allowed 3 hits, 6 earned runs, and 2 home runs. Another good pitch from Ramirez. Witzel, the right fielder, today is 1 for 3. A strikeout in the first, single in the third, and a ground out in the 4th inning for number 91. That one just outside, so the count is 1-2. Witzel, good eye, watches that one high and inside for ball 2. Strikeout. Good job there by Ramirez to come back and battle and get her team out of the inning. What an inning it was for the Greyhounds, though, as Eastern New Mexico scores 6 runs off of 3 hits. No errors defensively by the Cowgirls, but now they have some work to do as they go to the bottom of the 5th, trailing 7-1. We're back with more softball after these messages.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Schaefer Park, site of the WT Invitational 2023 here in Canyon, Texas, and it's been a lot of good games between the RMAC schools and Lone Star Conference teams. You see the score there. Eastern New Mexico up by 6 runs after a monstrous inning, scoring 6 runs in the 5th inning. Cowgirls have some work to do as they'll start the inning with the left fielder, number 5, Gabrielle Varela. Marissa Rodriguez still doing work in the circle for Eastern New Mexico. She'll pitch this one inside, try to get that strike, but just missed. So the count is even at 1-1. Low and outside. Hits have not been the problem for New Mexico Highlands. They've collected 7 of those. They have left 4 runners stranded and have just not been able to produce those runs in off of the base hits. This one over the left fielder's head. That'll be a base hit for Varela. She's going to turn around first and head in for second. Sliding in, safe. So she gets that one. And a good start there for the Cowgirls. The leadoff double by Varela. Eastern New Mexico now, the defense will come in, and are they going to let Rodriguez stay, or are they going to make a change pitching? We may see a pitching change, as it's been a solid outing here. If they are going to take Rodriguez out, which they will, she'll finish with 4 innings of work, nearly 5, working into a 5th inning, allowed 8 hits, 1 earned run, a couple of strikeouts, and so the change will be made. They'll come with Taylor Harrison, and we're going to take a quick timeout, come back with more softball action after these messages on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
All right, the pitching change happens here for Eastern New Mexico. Nice job by Marissa Rodriguez. They bring in number 22, Taylor Harrison, 5'6" sophomore from Albuquerque. And yesterday against these Highlands Cowgirls, a solid performance by Taylor Harrison. She picked up a win, went 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, and struck out 7 batters. Her first batter faced, it's going to be a base hit, and New Mexico Highlands is going to move the runner over to third. It's a double for Deani Lincoln. Good start there for Highlands in the inning. And the next batter up is Sibley, second baseman out of San Antonio, with runners on second and third base. Harrison looks to the dugout, gets the call in from the coaches. And the next batter, Sibley, chops it to third, and this is going to be safe over at first base. All of a sudden the bases are loaded for the Cowgirls, and there's no outs. So even though it's a 6-run lead for Eastern New Mexico, don't think that New Mexico Highlands can't make a comeback possible. That was Samantha Gamboa. Actually, that's going to be the batter now. Over on first base is Sibley. Varela's at third. Lincoln at second. And Gamboa today has been pretty solid. 2 for 2 with an RBI, 2 singles for Samantha Gamboa. Again, Sibley, Lincoln, and Varela, the runners for the Cowgirls. The count 1-0. And good contact from Gamboa, but she slaps it foul. Here's Harrison's pitch to Gamboa. Ball 2. That one's low. So now it's 3-1, and Gamboa going to be patient here. Probably crowd the plate a little bit and force Harrison to throw her a good pitch. Otherwise, it will be Eastern New Mexico that could potentially walk in a run for the Cowgirls. And they will. Harrison's pitch got away from her outside the zone. Gamboa's over to first. Second run scores in the game here for New Mexico Highlands. Next batter up will be number 48, Ariana Ramirez.
Number 48, Ariana Ramirez.
Good pitch from Harrison, in for strike 1. Talented pitcher Harrison, just a sophomore, comes back with another good pitch. 2 straight strikes from Taylor Harrison. Right now pursuing a degree in communication disorders and hopes to work at an elementary school after she graduates in Portales. Harrison last season playing in 24 games, made 6 starts. in the circle. Right now, 1-2 count. And a good eye there from Ariana Ramirez. She'll back out, and these two will go at it again with the count being 2-2. There are no outs. The base is loaded here for New Mexico Highlands. They've surrendered 6 runs in the top of the inning. Ball gets through past Begay. Runner is safe at third. Another run crosses home plate. This time Deani Lincoln gets there after the ball is put in play. It's all you got to do, put it in play, and then you've got a chance. That's what the Cowgirls have done. Lead trimmed to 4 runs, 7-3. The number that Eastern New Mexico is looking at right now, though, is 0. And that is in outs. No outs yet in the inning. Nice pitch from Harrison. And she faces Heaven Medina. Each team with 9 hits in the game. Good percentages. Eastern 9 of 24, hitting .375 as a team. That pitch is fouled off. The Cowgirls, even better percentage-wise. They are 9 of 20 for a .450 average. But the Cowgirls trail 7-3. That pitch missed low. 1-2. Medina, woo! That one nearly took off her head coach's sunglasses over there. Fouled off. Good reflexes from Ashley Forshee. So Heaven Medina back in the box. 1-2 count. Harrison checks the wristband. Hard pitch. Slap to the shortstop, Begay. The throw home. She's safe. Another run scores. That was Sibley using her speed to beat the throw home. Begay, this was close. Look at this again. Good job charging the play. Begay gets it out of the glove. Yeah, that's the right call. Sliding in safely. And it is now 7-4. 3 runs being scored by New Mexico Highlands here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, both these teams learning through the tournament over the last 2 days that they're never out of it.
First baseman, number 28, Maya.
So after a quick meeting between the players defensively for Eastern New Mexico, they will try to settle in. Right now they just need 1 out to try to slow this train down from New Mexico Highlands. It's coming downhill quickly. Next up at the plate is Maya Milano. This pitch gets through, out into right field. 1 run scores. Gamboa crosses home plate. Incredible. The lead for Eastern New Mexico just continues to dwindle. It is now 7-5. And we'll have a pitching change here for Eastern New Mexico. We'll have Delia Smith that will come in, the junior from Jay, Oklahoma. We'll take a quick timeout, come back. Greyhounds still lead but no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. 7-5 score, Eastern New Mexico.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition.
Okay, another pitching change here for Eastern New Mexico as they still lead. Greyhounds scored 6 runs in the top half of the fifth inning, but now they've given up 4 runs without collecting an out. Bases have been loaded, and Western New Mexico's been bringing runs in one at a time. New pitcher there, number 17, and that is Delia Smith. Transfer over from Rose State College. Again, she's an Okie from Jay. First pitch, Smith is low and inside, ball 1. The batter will be De La Trinidad out of Imperial, California. Pitch fouled off. Another foul ball. So the count will go to 1-2. We'll have one more game following this one. Score over at Wilder Park, 8-5 West Texas A&M. Is a lot of runs being scored there between those two teams. And that's only in the third inning. Goodness. Pitch misses outside, so the count runs even at 2-2. Following this game, one more from Schaefer Park. We'll have West Texas A&M against Fort Lewis College. Pitch gets away from Smith, and it's full count. So a chance, if there is a walk after this next pitch, for New Mexico Highlands to come within 1 run. Instead, it'll be a hit back to the pitcher. They collect 1 out, which they needed. A run will cross home plate, though, so an RBI given to De La Trinidad. Crossing home plate was Ariana Ramirez. So with 1 away and runners standing on second and third base, next batter up, Carly Gonzalez. 1 for 2 today for Carly, a single back in the second inning. Pitch was low. Ball 1. Oh, this ball hit high out into center field. Not long enough, though. Runner will tag and try to get home safely. Does Heaven Medina. So a sac fly there for Carly Gonzalez. And just like that, we are tied 7-7. A 1 spot for each team in the third inning and a 6 spot for each team. You see there the throw coming in just a little late there, so it'll be the catcher up next. Or actually, excuse me, that was the last batter, Carly Gonzalez. This is number 5, Varela, Gabrielle Varela, out of Bernalillo, New Mexico. Ball hit hard and fair off the wall. That's fair. And 2 runs will score. I was waiting for it to drift foul. It did not. The ball was crushed out into left field. And 2 runs cross for New Mexico Highlands. They have the lead. Here's a look at the replay by Varela. Gives it a ride.
Shortstop number 11, Dione Lincoln.
Pitch in to Lincoln for a strike. I apologize, I said 2 runs. It was 1 run. Milano was able to come around and score off of Varela's hit off the wall. This one going to be close, but charging and making the play for the 3rd out. Nicely done there for Eastern New Mexico. Greyhounds get out of the inning. That was thanks to Valeria Contreras. It is a 1-run lead for New Mexico Highlands, 8-7. We head to the top of the 6th inning in this back-and-forth crazy game between the 2 teams from the land of enchantment.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
What an inning it was for New Mexico Highlands. They put up 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Cowgirls retake the lead. 8-7 as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for Eastern New Mexico is Ashley Nickerson. And she has had a great game today. 2 hits in 3 at-bats, including a home run back in the 5th inning. Good pitch in from Ariana Ramirez. That pitch is low, missed for ball 1. Oh, another ball hit high in the air out to left field, but not long enough. Catch made out in left for out number 1. Good play there by the left fielder, Gabrielle Varela. So with 1 away, we'll see Delia Smith. She'll watch that moving off-speed pitch. Kind of sidewind into the strike zone for a good pitch there, courtesy of Ariana Ramirez. Second pitch fouled off. And Ramirez working with some good rhythm and some confidence. You can see it out in the circle after her team picks up the defense with their offensive output in that 5th inning, scoring 7 runs, injecting some confidence to the defense for the Cowgirls. 0-2 the count. Pitch low, ball 1. Elias Smith, frozen inside corner fastball for strike 3. So Ramirez 2 up, 2 down. Here in this inning, next up will be Jokira Paredes. Paredes, 222 hitter. And looking at Ariana Ramirez, that was her 3rd strikeout of the game. Actually make it her 4th. Paredes watches that one in for called strike 1. There's another beautiful pitch. There's not much that the batter can do with that. Even if she takes a swing, she's going to be jammed there. So great placement. Ramirez, 2 up, 2 down. She's ahead in the count at 1-2. Nobody on for the Greyhounds. Ramirez, that one comes off unorthodox and out of the zone for ball 2. Ball hit up the middle. Second baseman, good stop, but the throw's going to be late. Good hustle down the line by Paredes. Give credit to Mickey Sibley for diving and stopping that ball from getting out into the outfield.
Left fielder number 3, Mackenzie Patterson.
So 2 outs. We've seen the Greyhounds do this before. Can they make a rally with a runner now on first base? Mackenzie Patterson, the next batter, the senior out of Roswell, New Mexico. Patterson in this game is 1 for 3 with a single in the 5th inning. She'll foul this pitch off, goes into the Cowgirls dugout. All those softball players over there in the dugout, and everybody gets out of the way. I'm figuring someone will just stick the hand up there and make the catch, but don't want to take a chance and have any injuries. So foul ball makes the count 0-2. This ball hit out into center field, and the catch is made. Good work defensively in that inning for New Mexico Highlands. They don't allow anything to the Greyhounds. No runs, 1 hit, no errors defensively, and the Highlands Cowgirls lead 8-7 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Back with more softball right after this.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas. We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out. never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
There's a look at Eastern New Mexico defensively. They need a good inning here as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Greyhounds trail by 1 run. These two teams playing for a second time this weekend. And looking like it'll be a chance for a thrilling ending just like yesterday in a 6-4 win for the Greyhounds today. Right now, it is the Cowgirls who have the 1-run lead. Sibley to lead things off. Close, but that pitch just misses from Delia Smith. Foul back out of play. Eastern New Mexico, after they finish this one with New Mexico Highlands, 2 games tomorrow. They take on Fort Lewis at 9 o'clock, and then followed up at 11:15, doubleheader there with the Skyhawks. Oh, good pitch, and they get the strikeout. Nicely done there for Delia Smith.
Right fielder number 22, Samantha Gamboa.
So most likely for Eastern New Mexico after this one, they'll stick around and watch the next game, which will feature their opponent for the doubleheader tomorrow, Fort Lewis College. The Skyhawks will take on West Texas A&M in our final game of the day. This is Samantha Gamboa for New Mexico Highlands. She's had a great game today. She watches that pitch in for strike 2. But Gamboa, two for 2 with a couple of RBI. 2 singles, and then she also walked in the 5th. Low pitch, ball 1. One away, nobody on here for New Mexico Highlands. The Cowgirls scored 1 run in the 3rd inning, so did Eastern New Mexico. Then came the 5th inning, where the Greyhounds in the top of the 5th scored 6 runs, seized all the momentum. Then they came back defensively and allowed 7 runs to New Mexico Highlands. And that's where we stand right now with a 1-run lead for the Cowgirls. Pitch is outside the zone, ball 2. hanging tough. Gamboa fouls it off. Both dugouts with some good chants going on here. Gamboa trying to reach base for a third time. Actually be a fourth time with her walk that she had last appearance. Proving to be a tough out. This team, this Cowgirls team offensively, fantastic today. 423 in this game, 11 hits out of 26 at-bats. Going down low to try to scoop that ball, but unable to get it in fair territory. Gamboa has fouled off the last 3 pitches. Gamboa hustling down the line, but the second baseman makes the great play there for Eastern New Mexico. It's Jokara Paredes. The senior scoops it, throws it over in time for the second out in the inning. Here is the next batter, number 48. Ariana Ramirez. Looking for her first hit of this game. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Walked in the 1st, popped out in the 3rd. And a good pitch there from Delia Smith. 1-1, the count goes. Oh, great pitch for a second strike. You can see Delia Smith getting more comfortable. Pitch fouled off. Since coming in relief, Smith has not given up a run. 1 strikeout and facing 6 batters. Pitch count up to 25 for Smith. Ariana Ramirez pops it up in the air. Should be an easy play for the third baseman, and it is, as the Greyhounds. Cifuentes makes the catch. Eastern New Mexico will head to the top of the 7th inning. And they need some runs. 8-7. New Mexico Highlands with the lead. They can take care of business, or we can extend this one. We'll see what happens when we come back after this timeout.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. New Mexico Highlands leads by 1 run. They can wrap it up if they're able to keep the Greyhounds scoreless in this inning. We'll see, though. It's been tough, offensively. Both teams, they They've had their moments where it's been really good, especially when you go back and look at that 5th inning where a combination between the two teams, 13 runs were scored in that inning alone. To lead things off for Eastern New Mexico, it's going to be the catcher, Mackenzie Shaw. Today 0 for 1. Shaw hit by a pitch, and she walked. And then in her 3rd appearance, struck out. She'll watch the first pitch in for a strike as Ariana Ramirez. She has battled. This is starting her 3rd inning of work, has allowed 6 runs, but has also struck out 4 batters with a pitch count creeping up close to 60. Yeah, sunglasses. There you go. Sibley came in. The right fielder, Samantha Gamboa, said, I need some help out here. Sun's in my eyes. You can see first baseman over there, Maya Milano, holding her glove up, is that side of the field catching the sun here at Schaefer Park. Pitch fouled back. Ahead in the count at 1-2 is Ramirez. Pitch hit out into right center field, giving chase and easily making the catch. Good play out there by De La Trinidad.
Third baseman number 18, Caitlin Cifuentes.
So with 1 away, Caitlin Cifuentes is the next batter that, for Eastern New Mexico fans, they need her to get on. And a good pitch. Ramirez, she's gotten better and better over the last several innings. And again, good resolve shown by the pitcher because she kind of got shelled at the beginning, giving up the 6 runs, but did not back down. Pitch low and away for ball 2. Inside and fouled back. Strikeout. There you go, Ramirez. Some emotion after that big pitch for the 2nd out. For Ariana Ramirez, strikeout number 5 in the game, and now the Cowgirls are 1 out away from picking up the 4th win of the season. That one low and away for ball 1 to the next batter, Azalea Martinez. Now, you better be careful pitching to this young lady because she hit a grand slam back in the 5th inning, a monster shot over the left field wall. That pitch is up and outside for ball 2. As you look at Azalea Martinez, senior from Albuquerque. With one swing, she could tie this game. .432 hitter. Ramirez got to be careful. Ooh, that's a pitch inside for a strike. Ramirez gets the batter to pop up, and the catch made for out number 3 by Sibley. Cowgirls come back. They score 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, proving to be the difference in this one. They defeat Eastern New Mexico by 1 run, and a big win for head coach Ashley Forshey and the Cowgirls as they huddle up and celebrate their New Mexico Highlands. Great job there. They'll have one more game tomorrow at 1:30. They'll take on West Texas A&M. And so it's been a pretty good weekend so far for the Cowgirls. Eastern New Mexico suffers their first loss of the weekend. And the Cowgirls, they'll improve to 4-3. Meanwhile, Eastern New Mexico will fall to 6-4 on the season. Just some quick stats for you here in this one. For each team, 11 hits for New Mexico Highlands. They hit .393 as a team with 4 extra base hits. Eastern New Mexico, 10 hits, hitting .323 in the contest with 4 extra base hits as well. Highlands offensive leaders, Samantha Gamboa, 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. Varela, 2 for 3 with RBI, a double as well. Deani Lincoln, 2 for 4 with a double. Mickey Sibley, 2 for 4. Milano finished 1 for 3 with an RBI. And also Carly Gonzalez, 1 for 2, an RBI. On the other side, Eastern New Mexico, Ashley Nickerson, 2 for 4, a home run, RBI. Paredes, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Azalea Martinez, 1 for 5, but had a monster grand slam home run that brought 4 runs in. Cifuentes, 1 for 3. Alondra Vasquez, 1 for 3 with a double. Cifuentes also had an RBI. And Marissa Rodriguez, 1 for 2 with a double. For New Mexico Highlands, Maya Milano went 4 innings, surrendered 6 hits, only 1 earned run. So a good job there for number 28, the sophomore from Bologna, Italy. And for Eastern New Mexico, Marissa Rodriguez, the pitcher who started this game, went 4 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 earned runs. Final score, a close one, 8-7. New Mexico Highlands wins by 1 run. We appreciate everybody watching. We'll have one more game for you as West Texas A&M will take on Fort Lewis College. For those watching this one, we appreciate you tuning in here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.